I'm really optimistic about it. I truly believe that we're delivering a far better standard of work and much faster. And I think that gives our firm a huge edge as well. And I think it leads to happier clients. So it's really a win for everyone.
And we've come off the end of, what was one of our most successful, if not our most successful financial year. And I attribute a significant portion of that to the speed at which we're able to now do the work, which is attributable to the efficiencies we've gained from AI legal assistant.
Last financial year, our firm's billings increased by 35% over the year before, and we had one less team member. So, and I think a large part of that is because of our use of AI.
We definitely have much better turnaround times and much happier clients because we're able to get to them quickly with confidence without any compromise of quality, if anything, improvement to quality, because you have somebody checking over your work almost at all times.
It's not just faster, but it's just far higher quality in so many dimensions compared to what we were doing before.
We're only just scratching the surface and we've seen significant improvements in turnaround. I think it's only going to get better.
It's something that could both allow me to complete my work more quickly, but also improve the accuracy and the overall quality of the work at the same time.
You end up being able to take on more matters than what you could do before you use something like AI legal assistant. You can actually churn through more work.
I think I initially thought it might be too generic or like miss the nuances. They couldn't really apply to the kind of detail, I guess, context specific work that I do. But to be honest, it's really proven to be the opposite. It highlights the issues and the gaps and inconsistencies more efficiently. And I guess helps me get to the core of a document much faster. So if anything, it's just a really supportive tool. It doesn't replace lawyers by any means. In fact, that's opposite as well. It's when you know how to use it, it really just supports you with your work and just streamlining the processes. It's been a real godsend.
I still didn't realize just how powerful it would be. And the thing is, over time, not only do I get better at using the tool and my whole team gets better at using it, but the system itself gets better almost week to week.
Solutions like AI legal assistant can give you, and the product that you're producing, you're not compromising the quality. If anything, you talk about the IQ of AI going up as time goes on, the IQ of AI legal assistant going up. Well, this was an interesting thing from Kirstine. I'm sorry, I've gone off on a bit of a tangent. Yesterday, Kirstine said to me, it writes better than I do. And it doesn't look like it's AI. It looks like it's me, but it writes better. Now, what an endorsement that is.
And she's a partner or she's a junior?
Partner of the firm, yeah.
In the beginning, I could, I guess, theorize that, yes, it's going to be able to look through this contract for me, but I just didn't realize how insightful it could be and how quickly it could review a contract.
Due to me also being a full-time mom as well, my hours are a bit more limited. So if anything, it's given a bit of the balance back in my life. So I have been able to take on, yes, more matters, but more I've been able to just, I guess, streamline some of the work and also enjoy or even log off a bit earlier some nights or evenings, which I can then spend that time with the family, which has been great.
What it meant, you have to be careful with it, is that you end up, you see more, if you're a hard working person like me, you'll see more clients per day because you're getting through the wash up of the meetings quicker. Now I stand back from it and say, well, okay, well, those 3 meetings, which are sensible to have a day rather than 5 or 6, frees up my time to do other things. That means you can do more of the interesting side of your work rather than the mundane all the time.
Being able to just coast at 70 or 80% capacity at a comfortable level, and yet our billings, they're equivalent to what they were when we were tearing our hair out and not sleeping and staying back late. I think just the work-life balance is a lot better, but just the work itself, it's a lot easier to do. It's a lot less stressful. I think that translates to better client outcomes.
It's literally like having a highly diligent legal assistant or paralegal beside you at all times that you can really rely upon. And I guess that means I can do my work more thoroughly, more consistently, and spend more time on the actual legal analysis or commercial thinking that really matters and that adds the value to the client. So the more mundane, time-consuming tasks, I have a very competent assistant helping me.
Now I'm able to specialize, take on work that I enjoy doing, higher value work, not focusing on volume, and then also expand to new services that are more interesting to me. So it's just, it's really reinvigorated my enjoyment for my work.
With AI and the speed at which you can now do the administrative type things and the drafting, that frees me up to do other things. And we're starting to spread that concept through our firm. That's probably taking, a quarter of the time.
We have that much more flexibility now because of our ability to essentially turn up our productivity as we need it.
I had to cross-reference like 3 really lengthy interrelated documents for consistency. And that would have taken me hours. And to be honest, probably like sleepless nights as well. And then going back into it the next day, exhausted. And even then, like subtle variations or terminology differences, those can be easily missed, especially when you're a bit tired and on your 60th page. And that's when I realized how much the AI could really support accuracy and save an incredible amount of time.
We're converting a lot of those leads into clients because it's as if I'd spent 3 hours looking over their material and thinking about their problem when I might have only spent 15 minutes.
At this point, it doesn't totally eradicate the need for a legal assistant or law clerk, but I can see the days coming where it will.
The assumption was that we could just do the same job faster, right? But it's much more than that. It's about now we can compare if it's an existing client, let's say. Now, instead of reviewing a contract and saying this is what the contract says, and we've delivered it to you very quickly, and yes, the client may be very happy, we can now use AI and say, this is what the contract says, and these are the differences to the last 5 contracts that we did for you.
So that's where we do the heavy lifting with what we've got on the file. And, we might want to do a letter with a chronology of events, in terms of the background of the client, the injuries they've sustained, the treatment they've had, and then the background information to their damages. That's one of many tasks that, say, a mid-level lawyer would do. Much of that can now be done by the platform very quickly. And what we're doing is, like anything else, like working with a good junior, you still have to check that work, but that work's being done a lot quicker. So then even the junior and intermediate lawyers that you've got in the firm are doing more interesting things because the platform is doing the mundane.
No. No, I definitely couldn't. I do think that, yeah, if I went back to the old way, I'd probably be burnt out and exhausted. And I do think that you'd fall behind. Like AI, it will become the air we breathe, the water we drink, just like the internet and social media today. So yes, there's, like anything, has its upsides and downsides, but it will power you professionally and personally. So I think you need to be versed in it because it has some huge advantages.
AI technology is going to be as transformative as the internet was for business, but also for legal practice. As a firm, if you adopt technology, AI technology 2 years later than your competitor, you're just not going to catch up. It's really starting to become anyone who's thinking about using AI technology, I think they should just give it a go. And if they give it a go and they don't like it, which I think is very, very unlikely, then so be it. But if you don't give it a go and really see how it can help you, and not only help your professional life, but just make you a happier human in general, then you're really, really missing out.